Welcome in. I'm Haley.
I'm Ryan.
And today we are with a special guest that I get to introduce, that I get to be with in the honor of being in his presence every Tuesday. I have Schmidt here, and he is a holistic health and fitness coach. And welcome in, Till.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Absolutely, man. Good to meet you.
Of course, yeah. So we wanted to bring you in, and we want to interview small business owners, highlight them, talk about their business, how they help others. So tell us about yourself, your fitness journey, your holistic health and fitness journey, and tell us how you got here. I know you have an interesting background, so tell us about it.
Okay, I'm trying to give the short version a little bit. So I'm from Germany originally, and when I was a teenager, I don't know exactly, but probably around like 13, 14, 15, went through quite some bullying in school, and so it was always my dream to kind of get big and be able to beat up the bullies and just like have people basically not spread any rumors about me. And when I was younger, so like now people often come to me and they're like, oh yeah, you're probably always big or whatever. I was actually not. I was kind of a little like chubby, not like skinny fat, but a little chubby. And like I've always, because of all the bullying and overall, I was drinking a lot. And in Germany, we start usually a little earlier than here. So like when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, throughout those years, I drank a lot. I smoked weed all the time, and so then we ate crap. So I had a little,
had the munchies a little bit.
Extra padding down
a little like even cellulitis belly, and so like that always bothered me. And then the rumors and all that. So when I was 16, or shortly before I turned 16, because there was the requirement for the gym, I told my dad, sign me up, and so I started working out and went religiously every second day. And then I think, it took me 2 or 3 years to actually see something a little bit, because I was still eating shit and just drinking, like not living healthy. And then I remember I had like a little, it wasn't even like a diary, it was like more of a notebook entry from like when I was 19, I think April when I was 19, I don't know the year exactly anymore, but that's when I wrote down that I started reducing my alcohol intake, which was quite a challenge for me because I was drunk like every weekend.
Started like a little journal.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
And so because it's when I started seeing a little bit of results and people were noticing a little bit, I gained more confidence. And that just kind of, started this whole like domino, or like the spiral effect where I kind of saw a way for me out, I feel like, and got super deep into, it was just training and nutrition actually at that point, because I was all about just changing my body. And then at some point I started seeing results. People were noticing like overall, got more confidence, felt better, and people were coming up to me and asking me about stuff. So after I finished high school, I wasn't quite sure what to do, but I did want to do something with fitness. And so I started working at the gym. And in Germany, we have something that's different than studying. It's an apprenticeship kind of thing. It's usually for people who didn't finish high school because the entry requirement. So started that. A couple of months in, I realized I'm not doing anything other than like standing at the front desk basically. And so like
did you guys have the people to call to do the gym memberships?
Oh no, we didn't have to do that, but we were just like
oh my gosh, that's the worst.
Making shakes and like had people complain. And one thing about Germany is people were just walk in or out, and you look at them and you say hi, and they would just like sometimes look at you. Some people were friendly, of course, but overall like people just look at you and not say anything. And that always just like pissed me off. I didn't like that mentality. So anyways, fast forward, someone told me you could study physical therapy in Amsterdam, and I had a relationship with the Netherlands because that's where we've been going for years, ever since I was a child, because my grandma had an apartment there, so I love the Netherlands.
Oh, cool.
Felt like physical therapy is actually much better than that, because also one thing that I saw, and that was another thing that I always liked about the US, is so I was working at the gym and people would come in and everybody has something, like everybody has either knee pain or shoulder pain or something hurts, or like their neck, their back, whatever it is. And so you'd ask them in the intake, and then they would tell you, and you would just sit there and you're like, okay. and like I had no clue what to do with it. Like it didn't change anything. So like,
What do I do with this information?
I was like, oh yeah, everything hurts, and I was
act
like,
I know what I'm
okay,
gonna do with this.
exactly, and it
Just
always
don't do any exercises that hurt that.
yes, and it always made me feel kind of, I felt like it wasn't right, and it made me feel. I don't know. I wanted to change something about it, and so I saw this disconnect between the fitness trainers. They have no clue with all the people with injuries, and oftentimes, and it's still the same here. Like, it's one of my pet peeves. Like, everybody can be a fitness trainer. People don't know shit. I see people like train their clients, and they're more like entertainers. They talk more, or they give them exercise. They're actually terrible. So anyways, I saw this disconnect. Trainers don't know what to do. The physical therapists often, they are not in touch with the trainers. They don't know much about the training. That's what I noticed. And then, you have all this. And then on top of that, people also need nutrition advice and, probably like a therapist or whatever. So, and I saw like,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I
So
saw.
is that where the holistic comes in?
That's kind of where that started, where I felt like, there's more. And I knew here in the US, you already had some of those facilities, maybe more for athletes, but I guess also some for like Gen Pop, where, you have a nutritionist and you have like, it's more, that combined approach. So, so I moved to Amsterdam to study. And then I liked the first year and the second year a lot because it was like, the body and all the things. And then later when it came to like COPD and more like the geriatric patients and all that stuff, I was like, that was too disease focused for me. But I also didn't want like the performance. Actually, at that point realized I really like helping, like all the Gen Pop, the people who just, hey, I just want to have more energy, feel better. And that program was an international program, so we could do internships anywhere we wanted. And so my second internship was a 5.5-month internship I did here in California, in Marin, which is like the San Francisco Bay Area. And I don't know exactly what it was with California, but I've always had that California dream. Can't tell you exactly where it came from, but when I chose that location, I couldn't really choose the place. So we had like a database and there were 2 spots and they were both in that area. And so I picked it and I expected it to be, LA, California.
Palm trees.
And
palm trees,
I had
right?
no clue about the difference between NorCal and SoCal. And
Quite the
so,
difference.
and I realized when I, like about a month or so before I was about to head out, and I went on Google Maps and I tried to look up where I'm going to live. I went on Craigslist and tried to find, a gym to go to. And I had such difficulties finding a gym. And something is wrong here. I expected, 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, like everywhere, these huge gyms, and I could only find these small gyms. And anyway, so then, I ended up in Marin, this very, very nice, but very old, slow, wealthy place. But I had a great time. I came here, it rained for a month straight. Like the day that I arrived, I only had a
To
bike.
sunny California.
Yeah, and I only had a bike. I didn't have a car, so I biked everywhere. All day through the rain, everywhere I came, put all the stuff in the, but I had a great time. I loved it, like, seeing all the houses and everything. So right away I knew California, that's it. And then, fast forward, at some point I bought a car for $1,000 from one of my patients, and that kind of basically like changed my life here, because before I couldn't really have a social life, living on top of a hill. So every time I came home from like the gym and work, I was like, I'm not gonna go anywhere unless I have
Because you had
to.
to bike up a
Yeah.
hill.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
man.
but I had a great time. The people and like everybody was super friendly and just, and it's, I noticed how much it motivated me to, like to really study and do my thing, just kind of, seeing, or like I felt like, it's kind of possible for me, and I see it here and all the houses and everything.
All the opportunity.
Yeah. So, so I finished that, went back, finished my studies, came here, finished my studies, came here again for a few months because I wasn't sure anymore. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. And then 3 years ago, I moved here. And first, when I came here, I started working. I had a different job, just to get settled, and I was living with a family and helping them out. And then I started doing some personal training on the side. And then COVID happened, and I knew all the time, there was always so much more, and I always helped my clients with nutrition and whatever, but I didn't really have a system, didn't know how to deliver it. But I always saw, there's much more, and I integrated my physical therapy into my training and everything. And then
That's cool.
COVID forced me to, make a shift, and I hired my first business coach. And so that was 2 years ago. And since then, I feel like I've just, and when I was here in California, that's also when I started listening to personal development, audiobooks and podcasts. And so like it kickstarted a whole process in me that started when I was 25 or so.
Well, and thankfully in I mean, Southern California, you look around and it looks like a lot of people generally take care of themselves, but they always want to better themselves. You know, Ryan, where he lives, there's a lot of entrepreneurs. There's a lot of people that are always looking to better themselves. And so you're in a perfect place for that holistic health and fitness journey to continue, because that's what people here are looking for. Is that like another reason why you chose California?
Yeah. So like all the podcasts I listen to about like health and fitness, felt like everybody was located here in California. And when I came here, when I came here, I was like, well, something is wrong here. I thought everybody was overweight, and I was in Marin, and like it was crazy. Like it didn't look like the US. People were super lean and healthy and fit. But I saw that people here prioritize their health so much more. Also because I will say, because you guys have to, because you know, health here is just overall obviously worse than it is in Europe, and the food quality and everything. But I like the fact that, you know, especially here in California, people were very health conscious, and I saw also more potential here to help people, because there is more going wrong with whatever, like, and it's more than just the food. It's you know, even like the drinking water, it's like all the body the care products. I mean, basically you can find something in everything. And I'm not like that with my clients. You know, there are some people who are like, they exchange everything, and there's something toxic and everything, like don't drink out of plastic, okay? So I'm not a purist in that sense, because that in of itself, you know, you can create so much stress just by this that it kind of outweighs the benefits of doing all these things. But I just, you know, with my clients and overall, I like to raise awareness. And for example, the easiest things I always say, you know, once you buy glass storage boxes, and that's a one-time thing that you do, and from then on afterwards, you know, you do the same thing, and you just don't store your food in plastic. So those types of things I do, or you know, maybe installing a water filter. So that's where the health approach, and I'm doing a functional medicine mentorship right now, because that's something that over time I got really interested in, you know, because everybody has something. And not just physical stuff, but also whatever, like diabetes, PCOS, all these things.
That's what I was gonna say. Is we love the interplay between, you know, look good, feel good, and then your mind falls in line, right? Your mindset is a reflection of your physical set. We feel, and I love the way you push through the adversity of the different stepping stones you had to get into San Diego. So to be a business owner and to be in BNI and working with Haley, and that's just rad to have you on and an interview. Man.
And you know, to be respectful of everyone's time and for people who are watching. So what's the best way if people wanted to get in touch with you, hear more about your services, how you can help them get to their goals and their health and fitness journeys? How do they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
Yeah, so I have my social media. It's TillFit Coaching on Instagram. So my name, TILL, Fit Coaching, one word. I am mostly active on there right now. I have my LinkedIn profile, Till Schmidt. I have my Facebook profile, Till Schmidt. I have a website that looks okay. It's not fully up to date, but it's
getting there.
It's tillfit.com. I don't use it that much, but social media like Instagram is the best. And overall. So and I know I spend way too much time on my story, but
that's the whole point of it. That's the whole.
Well, you got to get your body right, and then you get your mind right.
Yeah, I just want to say that. So the way that I work with my clients, and that's really why, I actually call myself a holistic health, life, and fitness coach, because what I've realized is the program, like the training and the nutrition, doesn't even matter so much. Yes, it does matter in the sense that, you know, obviously the more restrictive and unenjoyable it is from the start, the harder it is from the start. But then, so I customize my stuff for my clients, and I make it as enjoyable as possible. It's still work, obviously, you know, but it makes it easier from the start. But then again, you know, life is happening. People are stressed, people have emotions. There's so much going on, family, kids. And so what I realized is, you know, after that, once they have the program, it's more like life coaching them through all the different obstacles that they experience. And so the way that I like to work with my clients, and I focus mostly on women now. I really like, I've always had more female clients, and I really enjoy working with women. So I have a new program now that is specifically for women who want to lose 25 pounds or more, and at the same time skyrocket their health, energy, and confidence, because I like to work with people who want more. If you just want a body transformation, hey, I just want to look good and I don't care if I have to suffer or how I feel, and you know, I just want to look good for the summer, I'm not your coach. If you want long-term sustainable results and you're not looking for a quick fix, and at the same time you want to grow as a person and, you know, develop your mind and really create a lifestyle, that's what I like to help my clients with.
I love that. That's so awesome. Well, thank you
great.
so much for taking the time to come in. Hit up Till on social media if you guys are interested in helping, you know, having him help you guys with your personal journey. I know we're always looking for better ways to grow. He's a great person. I see him every Tuesday. I can vouch for that. So thank you so much for sharing your story and coming in. Any final thoughts, guys?
No, thank you. What a wonderful story.
I just want to thank you guys so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. I didn't know that what expected me. Haley said, just come and we're going to ask you some questions. So yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Right.
So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Haley.
I'm Ryan.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.